What's up, everybody? This is Cha Cha Mystique, and this is another Wednesday from your favorite WCWL live at radio. And everybody say hello to my lovely co-host, Jig.
Yo, what's going on? JIG 3125. Hey, young world, the world is yours.
Yes, and we have a special interview for you today. We got Rock Nation's own Mr. Manolo Rose in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, we doing big things, right?
Yeah, you know what it is, man. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? So tell us what's good with you.
Everything, man.
Yeah.
I'm alive, right?
Yeah, you live.
I know that's right.
Yeah, you alive. You're breathing. You out here got records with Maino. You putting out albums and EPs. Like, it's real for you out here.
Yeah, you out here passing out drinks and all that. Like,
Right.
Yeah, because I'm a little lit over here. So we sitting here with some, how you pronounce it, Bumbu?
It's Bumbu, you know what I mean? Shout out to the people over there.
yeah, shout out to them, man.
You know what I mean? For the Bumbu XO, you know what it is.
Yeah, so I see that you got the bottle and you got the hat. So what is your involvement with Bumbu?
We putting some things together. You know what I mean? And this is just the start of a new partnership that we working on. That's all.
Oh, so how is it with liquor? How does that coexist with your music and you out here ripping and running?
I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like goes hand in hand when you in the studio, right?
Yeah.
The studio coincides with weed and liquor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely does.
It just sets the mood, you know what I'm saying? It kind of it's an icebreaker as well. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And it mellows things out. It's smooth. It's a nice smooth drink. What you think about it?
I love it, yo. It's like Hennessy Light a little bit.
Yeah.
Not in disrespectful way.
No,
respectfully.
Because
I don't get the burn.
Yeah.
No, you know it's ill because it's actually a rum. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it has the feel and taste of a brandy. You know. What I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, so it's dark liquor and it's real smooth, and I like it. I can see myself drinking that. I feel like so is it in liquor stores now, or are we still at the beginning stages?
It's fairly at the beginning stages for this in particular. You know what I mean? So, we something that we kind of like, pushing forward right now.
Okay.
Yes. So you got a new record with Maino, Love and Loyalty.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out to Maino, yeah.
Yeah. So how did that collaboration even happen?
Well. My man, DJ Thorough, he had sent me a beat. And he was like, we trying to do something for a project that I think that he was working on at the time. So when he sent it to me, I had jumped on the record, whatever, and just did the hook or whatever. And so maybe like a couple months went by, we didn't really use it or anything like that. And I was like, yo, this record would be perfect for Maino. You know what I'm saying? Just based upon everything that he's pushing forth, like on his IG. You watch him, speaking and talking, just being a real human being and being a solid A1 individual. And I was like, yo, this record would be perfect for him. So I had hit Bless, who was my man, but also was Maino's man. You know what I mean? And they do they work together. And I'm like, yo, send me Main number or whatever. Let me, you know what I mean? So he hit me. He sent me the number. I text Main and was like, yo, I got a record for you. And he like, yo, just send it to me. So he sent me his email and I sent him the record, and everything else just happened from that point on.
And y'all got such great chemistry. Like, it's so lit with each other. Like, how did you first meet Maino? Like, what was that like? Because it seemed like a long relationship between you guys. So what's the dynamics of that?
I met Maine, I think, oh, man, I don't even really remember when I met Maino. But, being that, he's like a, a Brooklyn legend in a sense, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, like, just the rapping aspect of it, you know what I mean? So when I first started out, I had ran into Maine and we just chopped it up. Because when I was a kid or whatever, Maine used to come, to my hood, like in Marcy or whatever, and he was, at the time, he was hanging with Shoe, you know what I'm saying, and them dudes over there. I remember that. So when I seen Maine, it was just, just a common feeling, Brooklyn always has that thing where we always just kind of like stick together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and y'all everywhere. Like I could never go nowhere on this planet Earth, and they say where Brooklyn at, and if 5 million motherfuckers
Brooklyn always in the house.
What?
Yeah.
Always in the house.
Not just in the house, but in the house
Everywhere.
deep
Right,
in the
right,
house.
Rolling deep. Yeah.
So that was really our connection, and then from there, you know what I mean, we just went on from there.
Yeah.
Plus, he had a good relationship with Tax at the time. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of Tax, like, how was y'all linked up? Was he your manager? He was just your homeboy? Like,
Nah.
what was our relationship like?
well, first I want to say free him.
Yeah, free him
Tax
so we see
Stone.
him.
Free tax.
And I also want to say happy birthday to him too. Today is
Happy
birthday.
Oh,
happy
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
August 14th?
Yeah, today's
Yo,
Leos.
my birthday was yesterday.
Oh, well,
Yeah, August 13th.
Happy belated. Happy belated.
Good looking.
But, yeah, well, me and Tax, I didn't know Tax. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I didn't know him at all. And when I put out Run Ricky Run, he had I performed it with Trey Pizzy at a show that Trey Pizzy had or whatever. And when I performed it, he was like, "Yo, you know, just retweet it, like, yo, what is this?" You know what I'm saying? And so at the time when he retweeted it, it just started to circulate and move around, and you know, and so he had A&R at Interscope had hit him, like, yo, who, like, you know what's going on with this right here? This sounds crazy. And he had inboxed me like, yo, you know, give me a number or whatever. I didn't know him at the time, but I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I inboxed him. Because I'm not even like a social media guy, so I didn't even know what the hell was going on social media. But somebody just hit me like, yo, go on Twitter. It's a dude. They start telling me about him. I'm like, all right, I'll go look or whatever. So I looked, and he had inboxed me and was like, you know, just send me a number. So I sent him my number, and he had called me and was like, yo, A&R from Interscope want to holler at you, boom, 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 this, that, and the third. And I was like, all right. So when I hung up with him.
Shout out to Interscope.
So when I hung up with him, dude called me, and we chopped it up. And then later on, Tax came, was like, yo, just let me know next time you're in the studio. I'm going to come through and pull up. And he did. You know what I'm saying? I told him, and he came.
So, like, he was your manager? Like,
Later
Laveau,
on? No,
like,
no. You know, we just gained a friendship from that point on.
Oh, okay, cool. So it was from the Run Ricky Run song. It wasn't from the All About the Money song.
It was from Run Ricky Run.
Because it's misconceptions like he got down from that and then.
Nah. Because from the All About the Money song, he didn't. It wasn't really even. That was the first record I ever really put out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he ain't know nothing about that. Right there, that was already happening.
Yeah.
And then when I put that record out, and when he seen the performance, because it wasn't even out, it was just I performed it somewhere live.
All right.
And that's when he had hit me.
All right.
It was from that performance with Trey Pizzy at a Club Pyramid.
And that's dope. And what I noticed about your music, you so versatile. Like, you could spit a hot 16. You could do fun music.
Right.
That's that knock right there.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I lost my whole entire shit. Like, oh shit, and you get to get to start dancing. So I want to go into a little break so y'all can know what I'm talking about with the I Get Money. Like, the video is amazing. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the whole concept, the idea, the look. Like, just watch it. See what the fuck I'm talking about. We be right back with it, though. I Get Money. Manolo Rose. Let's get it. You don't have to stop. I just want to pause for a second.
You doing your own edits?
Yeah. Put the video in. Okay. You ready to talk again? All right. You ready? Just calm me down. I just need that. I'm sorry. 3. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? He had the horns. It looked like it was Harlem, the BBSs, the Gold BBS. That's 1985 shit. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all new niggas don't know
Nigga, white people ain't even got this shit yet, B.
Yeah. You know, the marching band, like, it was so fresh. So we're inspired. Because for me, I get a few different movie clips. Right. Because a little bit, it kind of reminds me of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker a little bit. Like when they had the D music and he had the horn coming, and then it reminds me of New Jack City. It got the New Jack
I got paid in
City.
full from it.
You did? Me too. Like I got that.
Because
That's a few movies.
Because Mitch pulled up in the Saw with the gold BBSs,
Gold BBSs and
pulled AZ out the cleaners, and he ain't never turned back.
Yeah, but they didn't have the
Allegedly.
the live band. So I get the live band from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Oh, that's a fact. I ain't look at it like that. That's a fact.
Yeah. So what was your concept of it, and who came up with the treatment? Did you?
Well, it was a collaborative effort between myself and Nimi Hendrix. Yeah, so the concept was pretty much like y'all just were saying. We wanted to capture all of those films. So like if you see the beginning portions of it, we used the Carter from New Jack City.
Yeah.
In the beginning portions of the video. We also did the I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Okay.
With the theme music, you know what I mean, the superhero aspect of it. And then we also, did the paid in full aspect too, just because that block that that I pull off on is where Alpo, where the scenes from Paid in Full was actually done at.
Okay.
And I also shot the scene where that was done in Juice, where Tupac and was shooting at GQ and he
I ain't see he put a little juice in there. I ain't peeped a little juice. You know what I mean?
But come to think about it, so you brought up Alpo, and everybody knows he just came home now. Is that like somebody that you looked up to back in the day?
Well, I'm too young. I was too young when Alpo went to jail, and I don't look up to no people like Alpo. I don't have nothing to do with no Alpo. Okay. I don't even want to speak on Alpo.
All right.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah.
So what's
No, he's not dead. He just
I said in piss.
Oh.
Okay. So what's one of the biggest misconception coming from, or people get confused about Manolo Rose?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one of the misconceptions is that like I'm just like always, just a serious person. You know what I'm saying? That I never like, just show, my other, what I mean? The fun aspects of myself. Yeah. And I think that everybody, when they speak to me, is always like, they don't really know, like, what are you going to get, you know what I'm saying, in this folk song. So I think that's one of probably the biggest misconceptions.
I kind of feel that because this is the first time I'm actually, I met you at Trap Love, the Annihilate listening event at the 4040.
Oh,
that's the first time I met you. That was like shout out to Annihilate and all of that. So, you do seem laid back and like low key and everything, but then I hear I get money and it's like he's fun as shit. Like it's no in hell, you boring as fuck. And come out with the whole concept video.
Yeah, I could dig it.
So I really feel like there's like another layer that you're not showing the world. Is that like purpose?
That's not. It's not a purposeful thing. I just think that with myself, that's just who I am. Nobody's always one way. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of times, we get a lot of these artists. They just everything is so serious. Oh, everything is like a gimmick, you know what I'm saying? So you trying to like portray this person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's messed up because it's like, for instance, right? You'll see a kid like a dude like Nas X or whatever, right? And he had a record, Old Town Road, and then so now he got to keep wearing the cowboy hat.
Yeah, he got to keep the facade up and everything.
Like, you can't never take the hat off. It's like.
He became that.
You know what I mean?
Yo, you can take that. Take the hat off, man. If you want to take that cowboy hat off, take it off, man.
But like, just imagine you run into him, he don't got the hat now. It's like, yo, the cowboy hat. You gonna be like looking for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it's like I'm just a real person. So I'm not gonna be smiling every day, laughing. Just like you're not, you know what I'm saying? Just like you're not going to be doing that. I'm not doing it either, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I don't even really show up to places where I know I got a fake smile for 6 hours, and you know what I'm saying, and give fake handshakes and you know what I mean, act like I remember you when I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't show up. That's why a lot of times people be like, yo, I ain't seen you in whatever time, because that's just me. Like I duck all of the fakes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stuff where I gotta put this mask on, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
And a lot of artists is doing that now. You know what I'm saying? You hear a lot of artists now talking about the fake and fuckery of the industry these days, and you know how they fighting against that. But you know, you've overcame so much, and you've got better opportunities than a lot of people. You know, who may have been in the game longer than you have.
Yeah, that's true.
So what is your relationship like with Rock Nation? Like you've been there for a minute now.
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
what's
that
going
long.
on? Like how they are trying to
2
push
years.
the project for Manolo Rose?
Well, yeah, you know, I've been there for a year and a half to 2 years, and everything right now, you know, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no beef, no nothing like that. And shout out to them for just giving me an opportunity to put me in position to.
Is it true people paid to take pictures in their offices in the
I
lobby?
don't know, you know what I'm saying? I can't
That's
speak
a
on
rumor.
that.
You know,
You talking about
like
what?
people,
You talking about that gold couch?
You know how? Yeah, the gold
Nah,
couch. I heard
niggas is
people
not
pay
paying-
for
nah,
that.
nah.
I want to know
Don't
how
do that.
much because I
Don't
want to
do
take a
that,
picture.
man. Don't do that.
And I want a hat. I heard when you get a hat, that's official shit
You could
right
buy,
there.
but you could buy a hat,
That
Cha
gives
Cha.
you like 5,000
See, yo,
followers just the hat
this is the
alone.
industry. This is the industry
They
fake
got
shit we
that
talk
hat.
about.
They got
You
that
could
hat.
buy a
That's the
hat.
fake
Come
industry.
on.
They got that hat downtown for $50.
Yeah, you can buy a
okay.
hat. It ain't just because you
know what
got the
I'm
hat
saying?
doesn't
Or
mean you
go
got
to
the
Jamaica
cosign.
Avenue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get that hat for $50.
I just want a little hat.
Go online.
and the gold couch. That's it.
You know what I mean? Nah, but you know the gold couch is Lenny S joint. Lenny don't need no bread for you to take no picture in there.
So you gotta
what I'm
be
saying?
somebody to be.
Yeah, like. I mean that's that. You know what I mean? Lenny S don't need no money where he got to be like. Yo,
That's
give
what
me-
I'm saying. Don't be spreading.
It could be a
Don't
hustle.
do that,
You know how
yo.
many people be thirsty to
They
be
gonna
up
hustle
there?
the gold couch.
You can charge motherfuckers.
Nah, man, nah. That's something different, man.
That gold couch.
Yeah, but like how much? You know what I mean? To a person like him, you know, is getting money.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
See, you gonna
How much is the
fuck
couch
around
worth?
like
You
that.
know? Fuck
He
the
said, yo,
fuck
give me
how much that
$100.
shit is worth. I want to know what happened on that couch, like the stories. I want to be the fly on the wall. I know some craziness probably done went up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you started off with warehouse music, and
Yeah.
now you at Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Is it any difference, or is it the same?
No, it's the same because it's like a partnership between the two of them.
I can imagine because it's Bleak and it's Jay, so it's like
They always talk about that with Rock Nation, how it's more of a partnership with the artist there.
Yeah.
They say that a
Yeah.
lot.
yeah,
with
on
that.
warehouse music is Memphis Bleak,
Right,
and
right.
Rock Nation is Jay-Z. So I'm trying to is it under the same umbrella?
It's under the same umbrella.
All right, cool.
So so that's how I got over there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I gained that relationship with them was through Bleak and his warehouse.
Yeah. Through Marcy, BX. I mean, not BX. I'm from the BX. My fault. BK shit. Yeah.
Have
So
you ever had conversations with Memphis Bleak asking him to come out again
To do what?
to do music?
nah, I never had. I don't have no conversations with Bleak in regards to doing music. I don't think. I don't think Bleak wants to do music no more. You know what I mean? Bleak ain't thinking about that.
For the culture.
Nah, you know Bleak. You know Bleak taking trips, man. He hanging out. I mean, that's what he doing.
Okay.
I don't think rapping music. That's not really on his brain. Taking trips now.
Okay.
So what's next for Manolo Rose? Because you got springtime. I'm sorry.
Colors, yeah.
Springtime colors,
Springtime
pastel,
colors,
and you got
pastel.
season 1.
Why pastel colors? What's the significance of pastel?
Oh, at that
saying
time,
that
you know,
shit right?
yeah.
He understand. He hip.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time, that Bumbu kicking in.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
See, I'm slurring over here.
Huh?
Nah, but
And let me tell you another
And
thing.
another thing. And another thing.
yeah,
Hold
but
on, let me sip my shit.
Yeah. But yeah, well, the springtime colors pastels. It's like well, it's a line from Ghostface, one of Ghostface records.
Okay.
It's a line from a Ghostface record, and the significance of it at that time was like me and 183rd. We was just listening to a lot of Iron Man at the time. Like that was the whole backdrop of the project itself. You know what I'm saying? Like we was just listening to Iron Man and was like, yo, this what we gonna do. This what we running with. You know what I'm saying?
What 183rd and where? Because this is 183rd out here in the Bronx.
No, he's from the Bronx.
183rd in the Bronx?
Yeah,
Or
he's
like
from
by Davidson and all that with Custon.
I can't tell you the you know the cross streets and
All right, but 183rd. That's
but he's definitely from the Bronx.
All
You know,
right.
he the one who does a lot of stuff for like Smoke Dizza.
yeah.
Does it, you know what I mean?
Cause that's the when I heard 183rd, I'm thinking, yo,
Yeah,
Davidson, I'm thinking
yeah.
Crest, I'm thinking all of that, like
Yeah, he over
thinking
there.
house
I
party
think
days
that's
back
like
in the
the-
hand.
like the west side of the Bronx.
Yeah. That's over.
He's from over there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not too far from Fordham Road and all that and all that. Yeah,
no, yeah, he's from over there. He's from the west side.
yeah. All right.
Now, what I noticed about the album, it was instrumentals
Mm-hmm.
on the album. Why did you do that? Like, because normally people would just go to YouTube.
Because one you know that's something that being that it was a collaborative project between me and him, and you know he's the producer, and it also like it's never really been done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's surprising.
People don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
People
So-
usually snatch and still beats
Right, so
nowadays.
I just put it up there because I want people to have that opportunity to rap and just get busy and
Was you
turn
looking
those
for
in.
like, because you know today's day and age is all about the challenge. Like
Yeah.
somebody will come out with a hot record and then they'll make a challenge of it and have everybody and their
Yeah.
mother do videos. So was that what you trying to do?
Nah, I just wanted people to have the opportunity to rap and you know and do music. You know, that's really what it was. It wasn't no real no gimmick or nothing like that behind it. It wasn't like, yo, let me try to trick these people into listening to these records or nothing like that. It wasn't no trick or nothing like that behind it. It was just like, yo, let me put this on there, let people rap and have fun and you know what I mean? And make their songs
Manolo
and all
Rose
that.
is for the people. That's
Uh-huh.
for the people. Shit, what? I'm about to go back and write a hot 16. I think I could do it.
You gonna snatch a beat?
I'm gonna snatch the beat though. I come
Yeah.
back up in here.
Right.
My boy's gonna be fine. I'm gonna come to you. You gotta get me to
Right.
that gold couch. I gotta rap
Yeah,
it.
what's up with
I
you,
gotta
this
rap
gold
it.
couch,
I gotta
yo?
rap it on the gold couch. I really do. Now, I always ask this question, and I really want to hear your answers.
Right.
Who's your top 5, dead or alive? But
You can't say Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac. Those like the Mount Rushmore hip hop. We
Without
already know
Biggie,
those.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, because those is like the easy go-to. Like
and I
we,
wanna
you know what I
put
mean?
Big L up there too.
Big L.
Yeah, because a lot of people say Big L.
I don't think Big L get enough shout-outs, but all right.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we could
We
keep
shouting them out right
I
now.
would say, without using any of those names, I would say AZ. I
Shout
would
out to
say,
AZ.
DMX.
Okay.
I would say Tragedy Gaddafi.
Ooh.
That's the first time somebody said that on the
Queens
show.
Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Molly
shout out to
Ball.
Trash. That's my man. Peace to God.
Juice Crew.
How many is that? What I say?
3.
3, 2.5.
3. Alright, so
I want like 5
then I would
more,
also say Chuck D.
Chuck D,
Oh,
first
shit.
time
Fear of a
too.
Black Planet.
If I could put in Ray.
Ghostface and Raekwon, the
Yeah,
purple
Ray.
tape,
I put-
or just Ray by
I
itself?
put Ray by itself.
Okay.
I don't wanna combine it. Yeah, so that'd be my 5.
All right, cool. All right. We also got some other shit, but you ain't got to partake in it. But I'm going to ask, what's your bottom 3? Your bottom 3 means like the 3 motherfuckers, like, yo, why he
Shoulda
even
never touched the mic.
at all? Like, come on, you killing me.
Little Zane.
Okay.
Always the littles. It gets weird with the
But I
littles.
think he was like the first little, I think he was the first
Except for
little.
Lil
Fake
Wayne.
Tupac. Man, he's the first fake Tupac.
Yeah.
Always the
Lil
littles.
Zane.
When it gets to the littles, it gets weird.
Let's see, Chingy.
Chingy for real.
Jiggy.
He had a few
Yeah, I hated
joints.
that nigga.
Right
I ain't
there.
like Chingy. I hated that nigga. And what's the D4L? I hated them niggas too.
Never
D4L.
heard of
Remember
them.
them niggas
Oh.
that the Laffy Taffy niggas?
The
I
big
hated them
T-shirt
niggas,
wearing,
yeah.
having that.
But they
Them
like
niggas
one
as
hit
a
wonder
group.
people.
Hey, that's his
niggas
bottom
as a group.
dream.
As a group, suck
I hated
balls.
them niggas. I hated
Yeah, see?
I'm glad you partaked in it. 'Cause a lot of people be trying to be politically
Niggas be
correct.
scared as shit.
And don't wanna step on toes.
Niggas
Nigga,
be
this
looking
shit
like,
is trash.
niggas be
Somebody
looking like
say,
deer in headlights, like,
Hey,
Nigga, it's your bottom 3. Everybody got some motherfuckers they don't like.
I
You know what I
hated
mean?
them niggas, you know what I mean?
Shit.
So I don't know.
It's hip-hop,
'Cause he was like
man.
the first. Probably could put that nigga. What's that other nigga name? The fake Biggie nigga.
Oh, damn, Gravy.
Nah, not Gravy.
Because he played in a movie. No disrespect to
Black.
Gravy. I'm just saying. Gorilla Black. All right, see?
Outta here,
Mom,
too.
we Yo, Malolo,
fake
man.
Biggie.
Fucking with this boom. How you call it? The boom boom? The boom. What's the shit called again?
Oh, Bumbu.
The bumbu and all that shit. You got me calling out,
Shout
niggas.
out to Bumbu,
Yo, my fault. Yo,
niggas.
Gravy. My
It's
fault,
real
Gravy.
smooth.
What's up with Gravy, man? He from BK too. What's up from him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen? He shot that movie. We ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now he had another movie. What's that joint was called? 7:30. That shit was the best hood movie ever.
All
I
right.
need to check that out. I
Shit
feel
was
like I'm
aight.
lost. Like, where
Yeah,
have
man.
I been?
I need to hear some
This
more.
the best
on
worst
point.
movie I ever saw in my
Yeah,
life.
man. But I need to hear some more bars from Gravy,
Yeah.
man. Where he at? Like, I need to hear some more bars. Like, he used to be a part of the Smack.
Oh, nah. That shit was some bullshit. I hated that shit.
What's that?
But 7:30 was
Yeah.
one of the best hood movies I ever saw in my life. That shit was fire.
shit.
Shout out to Gravy for that.
We gotta check that out. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna check that
That
out.
shit on
See?
YouTube.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up a little bit, but moving forward, what's next for Manolo Rose?
Well, right now I'm working on this project right now that we finishing up. We doing another project, man. 183rd.
Okay.
We working on that, and then at
y'all
the same
work well
time,
together.
Yeah.
The springtime, I can never get the
springtime.
Spring-
Post,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
there's no disrespect.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that was so great. Like
Yeah.
you have a great sound. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You like one of the few artists, and I'm glad your name don't start with little. Like I'm really happy that we able to have real artists in this day and age when our stream waves, radio waves, and everything else is flooded with a whole bunch of littles, and it be a whole bunch of nothing at the same time. So it's good to have artists like you.
Yeah.
Really tap into the artistry
Right.
and really show bars, show talent, show art and creativity.
That's a fact.
You can be creative and versatility as well because
Yeah.
you're able to maneuver so effortlessly.
Right.
So, so is there a project, or I know we was talking about the Maino. Is there another single coming out soon?
Well, yeah. So with this project, me and him working on right now, there's definitely gonna be like singles and stuff that's off of this project. You know what I mean? We like right now we just like recording the verses, so all of the hooks and everything are done. The concept is there. So now we're just finishing up the verses, and then we're gonna go into the mixing and mastering stage.
So are y'all in the studio recording together, or is a lot of email going back and forth?
Well, both, because sometimes we're in the studio recording together.
Yeah.
Like the other day, we just was in there together, and then some days it's just like he might hit me 3 in the morning, like y'all just did create something crazy, and I just be like, all right, send it to me, and we send it to me, and we.
So how do you protect yourself going through emails back and forth? Like, you might have a concept, and then if you send an email to another motherfucker on the other end, he might take a concept and run with it. How do you protect yourself from that?
Well, at the end of the day, it's like, because you got to remember too, because these emails are coming from me and him.
Okay.
So if anything goes wrong on that end, that's from him. I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where to go back to. It's not like there's any third or fourth parties that's involved in these emails. It's literally he'll text me, or if I have like an idea, like a sample I want to use, I'll text him a YouTube link and be like, "Yo, I need this."
So keep your receipts, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And them
Because,
emails is good because
it
it's
keeps the
time-stamped,
dates,
all that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it kind of lets you know. So with this project right here, we like, I think the concept is gonna be ill because we're tapping into like why do people commit crimes and sell drugs and other things like that, and what leads to these things. So like, you know what I'm saying, not to get too deep, it's gonna be about like Morton's theory, Morton's strand theory. That's what is gonna be the basis of it.
Okay.
So if anybody know who Morton is and anybody know Morton's strand theory, then you look it up and you understand.
Well, elaborate for those that don't know.
Well, it's just a three-part theory that he went into in regards to why is the crime rate in the U.S. so high, higher than every other European country that there is. And one portion of the theory is that capitalism leads to individualism. And another portion of the theory is that everyone in a capitalistic society is seeking to obtain the same goal, which is to become rich, no matter the means. So yeah.
All right.
And I agree with that. I think we do, because I mean, even when we conducting business now, everybody have that mine, mentality. Like, you know, like the 2-year-old where you try to take their toy and play with their toy, and it's like, mine. And it's like, it's hard to even have a collaboration, a healthy one.
Yeah.
You know, you might be able to collaborate and have an ending product, but that whole journey to get to that ending result was a fucking nightmare because everybody is egos, and then it's what I want versus what you want instead of what we want. Everybody got the I, and they always say there's no I. Matter of fact, there's no I in team. It's in the asshole.
What?
The asshole. The A. The part, the small part.
The A is the A. It's not an I.
And you're not getting. I gotta draw it out for you.
Reaching, man.
But there is an I in team, and it's directly in the asshole.
No I in team.
Right fucking team, and then you see the I in the A.
I never seen no. I seen our team.
And that's the A-hole.
Our team, that's the Channel 9 shit.
You're not getting it, Jay. I gotta show it to you. I'm gonna show it to y'all.
You probably can show it to me better than you can tell me.
I'm gonna put the picture and explain
ain't never been no
what I mean
INT.
by the I. It is the INT. It's in the asshole.
You drunk, man. Ain't no INT.
It's in the asshole. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Ain't no I. No, I'm the only I.
Oh my God. I'm gonna show you.
I'm not even in my asshole. Yo, pause. Yo, what the fuck?
It says the A-hole because
we in the gray area right now. We in the gray area. We in the gray area. We in the gray area.
I'm gonna show you. Watch. I'm gonna show you.
Nah, I don't want you to show me. Matter of fact, I don't even want you to show me.
When we edit it, y'all see what I mean. What I'm saying. But yeah, everybody got like this. It's egos, and then I feel like a lot of it too is targeting because having especially a group of people being criminalized. That's profits. Yeah. So people getting stopped and frisked and put in best and provoked. To be put in those positions where they can get locked up and have one of the highest crime rate, prison rate, and a lot of these crimes be like real petty. So I get that. So are you doing something actively to try to change the community or change the landscape of that?
Well, I mean, yeah. As far as like doing as much speaking as I can, that's happening. At the same time, we have to always realize that it doesn't matter what no one says. You can't really fix that because, when people, I don't want people to get this misconstrued. What I mean is this: with poverty comes crime automatically.
That's a fact.
You can't tell. I'll put it like this. I don't condone drug selling, but I don't condone starving either.
Yeah.
Right? So how am I going to tell a dude to not hustle, but there's no job that I can give him that's going to replace that income?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's easier to put a motherfucker onto crime. So, it's easier to give a nigga a gun than to put him onto a job. You know that? Yeah. Like, I've seen motherfuckers literally lose their jobs and actively searching, asking all their mans in them, oh, do you know about a job? Nah. But as soon as he's back in the corner, yo, I need a gun. It's immediately.
Yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, we have to realize that, just us blacks as a marginalized group, the job rate is always going to be extremely low. Yeah. At this point, it's at the best it's ever been, or best it's been in a very long time. At the same time, we're still in a low percentile when it comes to that aspect.
You think Trump has anything to do with that? Because
it or it being high.
As far as like unemployment?
Yes.
Well, the statistics state that unemployment is at its lowest. Do you think you feel like immigration and Trump has to do with that? Because the other day there was a post stating that
I will say this, not to cut your wisdom off. It's not Trump's fault because it's always been like that. It's not new. This is a systematic design. This is not new. So for anyone who's blaming Trump for the ills in our community is highly misinformed and has not studied this issue enough.
Yes. No, but what I was saying is, the other day there was a post stating that Trump is about to cut off like welfare benefits and green cards for immigrants. You know,
that wouldn't apply to us.
no, but the point that I'm trying to make about that is
Viva Mexico?
if there's no more funds being directed to people who are not citizens, will we benefit? Because let's keep it real. A lot of African Americans, especially males, are able to get their OSHA's 30 or able to get construction jobs, being that there's a drought as far as immigration workers.
No, I agree.
So not everybody got a job now. Everybody got a lime green shirt and a hard hat.
You gotta. Well, see, all right. So in this instance, like if he was to cut the medical, the welfare fund for immigrants, would it help us more? Right. That was your first initial question. I would say no. It doesn't matter because the system is always going to be the system. It doesn't matter who's the president. It doesn't matter who's in charge of. The system is gonna always be the system. The moment we realize that is the moment that we will better ourselves. We keep looking for someone to come and save us. So each election, each presidency, we're asking a new person to come in and change everything for us. It's not gonna happen. Like we just had a black president. Like nobody finds it weird or odd that we had a black president for 8 years and no one ever asked for reparations. But now that we have these new influx of Democratic presidential candidates, and we're all asking them for reparations when we just had a black president
that could have gave it to us. Was in a better position too, because he's more he's more relatable to what's supposed to be relatable to
because one, he was black, and two, he was the actual president, right? So we're not trying to elect him based on the fact he was already elected.
Yeah.
No one finds that weird.
I mean, I do find it weird. I mean, my political stance is, trust me, I get in arguments all the time, but nobody, like even when the discussion with the Trump situation, and I had jobs where I was working for housing.
Of course, I seen it too. My man.
And like people will call and ask me, oh, well, what's going on with my application? And you have young single black mothers on the waiting list for a long time, and then you have immigrants that come over here and don't have to be legal and could apply and get yeah. So that's why I feel like if those people were denied, the actual residents will have a better opportunity because it'll clear the lane.
So that's something that is true.
Yeah,
that is an
people actually getting mad at Trump, but I feel like because our parents, our grandparents, oh, that's not fair. These immigrants come over here and they get all the benefits, they get this, that, and the third.
Huh?
Now that Trump is actually putting that shit to power, that's not right. What about these Mexican kids? What about all these black kids that's in the system?
I went to the bathroom, kid
bag. Hold on. All these black kids that's in the system that
everybody
took
eat
away from their parents.
Everybody
over
eat
some bullshit.
Everybody eat. We supposed to be the richest country in the whole motherfucking planet. Everybody eat, B.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I'm in agreement with you. Because
now the waiting list ain't so long, and black women and children aren't homeless anymore, and have to compete with motherfuckers who don't even live here.
You can't say anymore because it's still going on.
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying.
It'll be
because if you, this is what you're saying. Ultimately, is something that
and that's less. I pay taxes. That's less taxes going to benefit immigrants.
You don't know where your
to help my people.
Do you know where your
check? It shows you.
Do it show you? It's going to. It says it's going to Miguel and Maria. That's
no, but it's going into that system, and it's being appropriated as such. When I get my fucking tax, it says New York, whatever, however it goes. It tells you.
Your money going.
Yeah,
but I'll say
this,
right? So I'll say this.
My shit help single mothers that were born here, that go.
I agree.
You know, that came from slaves from here. Then somebody who's
I'm in agreement with you. I know I'm in agreement with you because what you're saying ultimately isn't new. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson been saying for years. You know what I mean? This is not a new thing that I see my man. My man was working for he was doing construction. And one black construction worker can be 4 Mexicans.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that's
crazy.
you know what I mean? So I just think for us personally, we just gotta stop taking on everybody else's fight.
Yeah.
And start learning to fight for ourselves.
Yes,
you know
because
what I mean? So,
we sit here talking about our children while our
look,
children
I ain't want to get her revved up and all that.
Yeah, like I really hate how hypocritical we are. Like we see,
That's why I said everybody eat, B.
Y'all want to come here. Like
What's wrong with
nobody's
everybody
forcing you to be here. Y'all choosing to do this, and then in the trails, they starving and hungry, but they got up out their beds to make that journey. And if you look at it, them detention centers, whatever you want to call them, are way better than the EAU, them shelters. We don't eat. I went through the shelter system. We didn't even get blankets.
Right.
We didn't even get a fucking decent meal. We had to wait and get, we didn't get that luxury. Them motherfuckers got luxury.
You saying that they get treated better than people?
That's going through the shelter system.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna front that shelter on Bedford and Atlantic. That shit is like rock. That shit is like Rikers Island. And that shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Them niggas got
that
blankets
shit
and all
really
that.
did.
We are
I ain't gonna
citizens,
lie.
pay
That
taxes here,
motherfucker
had
is
jobs
real.
here, and all of that. We didn't see none of that. None of that.
That shit like Rikers Island.
And that's taken away from the pie. The pie is split less.
No, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. See, this is the problem that we have too. Okay, so like you said, right? These people are fighting their way to make it here, right? Yeah. Which is true. Now, the only thing is, this country has destroyed those countries and created the environment that makes them want to get out their bed and come over here. See, so it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I always say to people all the time, like remember when the gas prices went up high as shit? When the gas shit ran out and nigga was long ass lines and motherfuckers was fighting each other on the line and niggas' cars was running out of gas online and niggas was trying to run, get in the barrel, trying to fill that shit up and niggas was scrapping and all that shit. And I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. But see, here's the thing. Now, everybody's against the war in Iraq, right? Everybody was against the Gulf War in Kuwait and all that type of shit, right? But niggas was upset when the gas ran out.
That's a fact.
Right? Motherfuckers want to eat strawberries and shit in motherfucking January. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? So it's this, see, so now we live in a country where a motherfucker want to eat strawberries in January, but then he want to cry about what America is doing. You know what I'm saying? In those Latin American countries. So how the fuck you gonna eat them strawberries that you eating while you fucking complaining? You know what I'm saying? So niggas need to start really realizing some type of geopolitics or some shit and start understanding what the fuck you really ask for. Because you want them to not go to war, but then you don't want your gas price high. Nigga, man, you gotta make up your mind. Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah,
just like the
so
immigration shit. Y'all sitting here crying for little Mexican babies, but they get mad at when your fucking food stamps is cut in half.
So it's either hold on. So it's either food stamps or Mexican babies.
You want food stamps? You want food stamps out the
Don't do me like that.
And OSHA's 30. Do you want your OSHA's 30 or do you want these motherfuckers to come over here and take your job? Cause they working under the books for penny at a dollar. Man, you getting the whole check.
Nah, man,
they rather pay $4
we got enough for everybody. Everybody eat, B. Everybody eat.
I'm just saying, I love this conversation, yo.
And my man off. They told him you know what I'm saying, he was worth 4 Mexicans.
Wow.
It was wild, but it's true. They told him that.
Nah.
Now everybody got their OSHA's 30. You going to get your tax refund in February. Everybody said body's going to get.
Nigga, did you hear what he just said? He said 1 nigga equal 4 Mexicans, yo.
Yes, but with Trump trying to overturn that.
He ain't trying to overturn it. Then he ride with
he's denying green cards and denying public assistance to them. What you think? Everybody could get their own. Before you had to pay guap for that. You could get it free. All you got to do is sit in the class for like 2 weeks, probably. And then it's so ill now. You could pay a nigga to get you that.
So it's either
you
us-
could pay a nigga
Yo,
for
that's
your
crazy,
study. You could
yo.
give him like a little $250.
Yo, hear what you saying?
And you
I ain't gonna front
you get
now.
the
You
whole
just said some
lime
ill
green
shit.
suit
Some
and
real
the
shit.
reflector. You get the
She
sneakers
saying some
to
real shit. I
match.
don't want you to sound like
And
a.
we lit. We
Meanwhile-
lit. Then you can file taxes this year.
Meanwhile, at the
The
border,
child support is lit. Your baby mother.
Miguel and his mother is getting separated at the border. Meanwhile,
I'm with it.
on up here?
Let's
Meanwhile,
build that
at
wall,
Texaco.
goddammit.
Oh, man,
Let's
you
build
gotta
it.
build the wall.
shelters. Now we get for you blankets. We ain't gotta
What?
sleep on
I
the
want
hard
no
I ain't
ass.
gonna
fucking
front
for
that.
you blanket,
Like I
man.
said, that now I
We
ain't
can
gonna lie.
get blankets now in the shelter.
The shelter
What?
on Bedford and
And my
Atlantic
food
is like
stamps
jail.
gonna be
That
lit.
shit is
They're gonna
like
add
jail.
like another $100.
That shit like the detention center, John, that they had the
Word.
Mexican children, and I ain't gonna lie, everybody worse than that. Niggas knocking
That's
each other in the
crazy.
head or that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
And it's crazy, yo.
Michael, Frank, you sound like a wild Trump supporter right now. I think you
No,
gotta.
it's not
That's
even.
what I'm
I think I gotta clean
saying.
your
Shit
shit up a little bit.
crazy, yo.
Yeah, before you stop
no,
taping,
no, no.
before you stop taping, say that
So let me
on
take
record.
it. Yeah,
Put that on.
let me
Put that
this
on the record.
disclaimer.
That's
Let me
it.
put this
I
disclaimer.
don't- I don't want you to go
Before
out like
we
that.
end, nah, we're not going out. No, it's not the
Yeah.
fact that I'm a huge Trump supporter. It's just that's some real shit. Like, it was only 4 years ago where us and our parents and our grandparents used to always complain about immigrants coming over here and taking our opportunities.
Yo, my grandparents
And
never
it was a
complained
fact.
about no immigrants
Nobody
coming
was
over
hiring
here, yo.
your black ass. They was going to Home Depot and had a whole fucking crowd of Mexicans and doing your job and
true.
paying
I
all of
seen
them what they
that.
would pay one of you.
That's
So
going on
it's not
today.
even being-
That's a fact.
We going to Home Depot right now. Let's go buy
because
some
now,
I
Mexicans
right
out
swept
there right now.
everybody. I swept everybody the other day. You got kids crying and shit in
know
school.
what?
They got their mothers, the aunties.
Yo,
they got
that's
the
why you can't
whole
give niggas
fucking
no
lot.
drinks.
Yo,
before
we
the
need some
start.
So
Mexicans.
that means
Yo.
nobody's going to work on Monday.
We need some Mexicans
And
in the
they need
studio
more of
to hook
us
up with some
black
haircut.
motherfuckers to come up in there with our old shit 30 because we sat in class for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I want my shit.
We need some Mexicans in the studio to hook this shit up. Put some
Fucking
more
text
AC
time
in
be
this
lit.
motherfucker, some more lights.
Some
Need
more
some Mex-
lights.
I'm
Where
just
the
saying.
Mexicans at,
Everybody's
man?
talking about, oh, well, what about the kids? Fuck them goddamn white
Nah,
kids.
bring the
And
kids
even if you don't want to say fuck them, we got the Haitians. Shout out to my fucking West Indian motherfuckers, because they
You
could
all
take
over-
their nurses
all over the
and take
board
care of
now,
these motherfucking kids. They could do that.
You all over the place. Now you shout out Asians and
Yeah,
all that.
but I'm just saying, like.
All right, let's get back to Manolo Rose.
this is-
What
we
what
went
else
all the
we
way
got?
left.
We got music.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got this good old liquor. What else we
Yeah.
got coming out, man?
Well, you know, we just finished up this. I just finished this company with this clothing line that we doing
Okay.
called Gumo Oz Dubar that we doing right now.
Yo, why that sounds so familiar?
Well,
Guno
well,
Mars a bar?
yeah, Gumo Oz Dubar. It means wisdom, strength, and beauty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The acronym is God, so it's gonna
Okay.
be
Yeah, and you
That's
a
why it
Mason?
sounds so
You a
familiar.
Mason?
Who me? No.
Nah. Hold on.
But You would have
No.
to be a Mason to ask me, was I?
You gotta
a Mason?
add some today's mathematics.
What's
God.
today's math?
What's today? Today is the
It's all-
14th.
Yes.
So today is knowledge, culture.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Culture.
All being born to power.
Damn, you on point.
60 minutes and I give you culture. Yeah, so we definitely got to wrap it up. We went all around the world and back, and it was so good
Yeah.
speaking with you. Like,
Yeah,
we do
definitely.
this whole motherfucking
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
But we really can't. But shout out
Cannot.
to this motherfucker Bumbu right here. 'Cause you got me on
Yeah,
tilt
Bumbu
right
got
now.
it
I'm ready
lit.
to go to the after party and do something strange.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was a pleasure
Yup.
just speaking music, culture, and straight facts with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it was amazing. You know, and before we go, just tell everybody where they can find you
Well-
and what you got, any events or anything coming up.
Yeah, you know, you could find me on Instagram at Manolo_Rose, MANOLO_ROSE. Same thing on Twitter, Manolo Rose, no underscore on Facebook. And my next event, we in VA actually, on the 31st. We in Virginia. You know what I
Okay.
mean? For my man Gutter birthday. You know what I'm saying? We about to turn up and do that.
Yes. Yes, and I would like to thank you for coming and spending your time with us. This was amazing. And shout out to everybody that was live streaming. Shout out to everybody. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can get our interviews as we upload them. Thank you so much for your time and understanding and your views. But don't forget to subscribe. Please do that. That's very important. And before I go, I just want to say, again, it's not necessarily just following behind Trump, but like how you said, Manolo Rose, be careful what you ask for. Like the likes, be careful what you ask, because you get it because you asked for it. Right. Yesterday, we was asking for motherfucking immigration to get the fuck out of here. And now that it's happening, everybody crying about it. Cry for your own kids. Yeah. Cry for them. Cry for the single mothers that's in the shelter system for over 10 years and can't get an apartment or to rest her head and her kid's head. You know, let's get to that. You know, that's something I kind of do, you know.
I fuck with you, yo.
A little bit.
It's just, it's hard to hear it.
We can't be hypocritical about it.
But even in that statement, it's hypocriticalism in it. But I fuck with you, though.
We cannot be hypocritical.
It's
about
either
the
them or
things
us,
that
and
we
the goddamn it's gonna be us. It's not gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. And it ain't me, because I'm eating. Fuck that. I'm eating.
It sounds fucked up, but it is the way it is, yo.
It's either your family or mine. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, like I said, I want to thank you for coming. And we up off this, though?
Yeah, we up off this, though.
Yeah, we up off this. See you next week.
Bye, bye.